Face the king, face the king. I can already see your face is really pink. Go have a drink before you step up to me. I could knock you out 1, 2, 3. No Rocky 3, just Muhammad Ali. I'ma take a girl next and make her call me Poppy. Come back next time and maybe y'all shot at me. Alright, so who am I here today?
Matthew.
Alright, so if you were to change a law or add a law, what would it be?
I would say get rid of the bike lane. You know?
How so?
I mean, just get rid of the bike, more space for cars to park and everything. Just get rid of it. The bike lane is gone, I would say, because it's too dangerous. You know,
Yeah.
you could be turning right. You look one way, look the other way, but when you're looking this way, the bike could come over here and then boom, you just crash. It's just too unsafe, you know.
Yeah, agree. Alright, so who am I here today?
With Nayeli.
Alright, so what will you change or add a new law?
What I would change is actually for homeless. I want them to have the 3 strikes for the drunk drivers, and I think that's what it would change for them. Actually have the chance to have 3 strikes. The first one is gonna be oh, we're gonna take you to that program, that help, and then from there we're gonna have the second strike. If they come out, we're gonna still take them and then let them know that if they don't go to that program, we're gonna put them to jail, and the third time is gonna put to jail. So yeah, that's gonna be one of them.
Alright, so who am I here today?
I'm Frankie.
Alright, so if you were to change or create a new law, what would it be?
I would create a law that mandates more accessible and cheaper public transportation.
How so?
Basically, you know how the transportation is in San Francisco? All the trams and the trains and all that? I don't want to make that mandated all across the country, because you know how the public transportation is here. It's absolute garbage. You have to wait 30 minutes for just for 2 of the same bus to show up at the same station. Yeah. It's just dude, you couldn't have come 15 minutes earlier? Nah, but also train tickets and bus tickets are getting increasingly more expensive. I want to bring that down to maybe $1, maybe 75 cents, cheaper if possible. I don't know.
Alright, so who am I here today?
Regina Salazar.
Alright, so if you were to change or add a new law, what would it be?
I would change the law where it allows kids or teens and everybody to do drugs, because it's really bad and does a lot of bad things to families and stuff like that. Yeah.
What makes you think why they do all those stuff?
I have no idea. I think it's probably business or gaining more money and profits out of it, but yeah, I think it's really bad. Yeah.
Alright, so who am I here today?
I'm Elisa.
Alright, so if you were to change a law or add a new law, what would it be?
I wouldn't really change a law, but I think we should put stricter gun control, especially since I'm a pre-child development major. I think, especially with the Udaville school shooting, that was something that was really big to me, because children have passed away, and I think an 18-year-old with neurological disabilities would so easily can get their hands on a gun and then kill many children. I think we should put more stricter emphasis on gun control. I'm not saying to take people's guns or get rid of it completely, because again, we have the right to bear arms to protect ourselves. I'm just saying we could put more stricter laws on preventing people from getting guns.
Alright, so who am I here today?
Oscar Castillo.
Alright, so if you were to change or create a new law, what would it be?
I would make a new law that would help give homeless people more opportunities, and not just have them be suffering. Have them be able to get more education, have them get degrees so they can get jobs, and then, because you never know, homeless people could actually end up being some really smart people if they just get given opportunities. They could prove themselves. And yeah.
Alright, so who am I here today?
You're here with Orlando School.
Alright, so if you were to change or switch a law, what would it be?
I wouldn't, as I said, I wouldn't really change a law, just one, because it's not one law that needs to be changed. If looking around and today living here, it's no matter how many laws are put in for our safety, even if it increases our living mediocrity, it doesn't help in the grand scheme of things or in the long term, because look at the economy and everything. We are still going into inflation. Yes, there are some times where it goes down. I'm not discarding that, but at the same time, most of the time it's increasing, and that's not good, especially for people in my situation, which is all too common, where we're barely getting along, scraping for scraps. I found a stable living place, but it isn't a home. more of an apartment, just paying rent, just keep out of the streets, so my parents can get me into college like I'm here now. We lost a lot just for me to be here. I'm saying a lot because it's like they pushed so hard to bring their kids here. There was no law that fully helped them get there. I'm still suffering as it is. I'm already in debt. I'm a freshman. It tells you a lot.
Alright, so who am I here today? Alright, so if you were to change or create a new law, what would it be?
I would make parking free. If you can't make it free in Los Angeles, I would at a minimum make it free at our schools. We pay too much for parking.
And how come? Like, is there other reason? Like, other than just that?
Some of us receive aid, some of us don't. But we already pay tuition to come to this school. We should at a minimum be able to park here for free.
100%.
Yeah, I think we just pay too much money to register our cars, too much in taxes every year. So make parking free. I shouldn't be getting 2 parking tickets in one day. That's not the vibe.
Alright, so am I here today?
My name's Corelli.
Alright, so if you were to change or create a new law, then what would it be?
I would say the jaywalking law because I think it's pretty dumb that they changed it a little bit because like the reason as in people jaywalking, people like die from that stuff. So like I think they should change it to where it is illegal. Not illegal, but like you could get a ticket if you jaywalk. So I think that would be a good one.
So how would the fun be? The fine.
The fine?
Yeah.
Maybe like, I don't know, like $70, kind of like a parking ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so who am I here today?
Rochelle.
Alright, so if you were to change a law or create a new one, then what would it be?
Abortion.
And how so?
Because I feel like not a lot of women have the right to abort something that they didn't want. And for example, like, what if they got raped or like, yeah, they didn't ask for that. Like, yeah.
Alright, so who am I here today?
Ana Martinez.
Alright, so if you were to change or create a new law, then what would it be?
It would be the Roe versus Wade.
And how so? Wait, what's that?
Because essentially they are banning women's right to an abortion, and as a woman, I don't think that's right. There are many circumstances that can come to that, and a lot of stuff that get affected by that, and I don't think they should take away that law. And that would change and add that law get back in.
Alright, so who am I here today?
I'm Franklin.
Alright, so if you were to change a law or create a new law, then what would it be?
I think I'd change how people like the laws on like the police and law enforcement specifically. There are a lot of videos right now circulating how police abuse their powers. And I'd like for either the judicial system to change to help the people being afflicted by these unlawful police giving these things out like tickets that they don't deserve, or to change how police work, either to have their body cams on at all times or to have a witness before they give out things like tickets, etc. I understand that it's a little difficult to allow it to happen, but I think it'd be a nice change to have, nice change of pace from the police corruption I've been seeing online recently.
Alright, so who am I here today?
You're with Nefertiti.
Alright, so if you were to change a law or create a new one, then what would it be?
I would change a law. The law I would change is to make abortion legal in every state here in the U.S.
And how so?
I would, well, obviously I want healthcare for women, basic healthcare, and I believe a woman can do whatever she wants with her body.
So in your opinion, about what do you think about this whole thing that has been going on lately?
I think that it's just dumb. I think a woman deserves healthcare. Like I said, pregnancy can affect a woman negatively. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, but I get you.
Yeah.
Alright, so who am I here today?
Lumen.
Olivia.
Alright, so if you guys were to change a law or create a new law, then what would it be?
You can no longer sell me natural resources.
How so?
Water should be free, fruit, lettuce, whatever I want that grows on trees and inland should be free.
Alright, so what about you?
I would change the 5-day work week to 3 days so that we can have more time for to do our personal things and to have more time to, pick up on new hobbies and just to have more free time basically.
For sure. Alright, so who am I here today?
Ashley Claudio.
Carolina.
Alright, so if you two were to change a law or create a new law, then what would it be?
I would say making abortion legal because every woman should have
like the right to her own body, obviously. So men shouldn't decide what to do with the woman's body. So women should, you know, have the right to decide that.
Yes. All right. So what about you?
Mine would be that, like, I don't think bail should be legal. Like, I think that they should take bailing, like, somebody out of jail out, because in a serious crime, in reality, if you, like, murder someone or if you rape someone, that trauma is always going to stay with them, and they're just getting out because they have money and they have lawyers. And then also, I think, like, in like, extreme cases, I think that the death penalty should be, like, allowed and not, like, debated.
Like if they're found guilty, they should be guilty.
Yeah, but that's like in extreme cases.
Yeah.
And locked up in like a lifetime, right?
Yeah.
All right. So who am I here today?
Let's go with Nikki.
Okay. All right. So if you were to change the law or create a new law, then what would it be?
I think I changed the law that passed a couple years ago where they overturned Roe versus Wade.
And how so?
I just think it's not really fair that a lot of women don't have access to certain healthcare that they used to, in terms of abortion rights. And there's a lot of circumstances where I think women should have access to an abortion, not just simply because, like, oh, I don't want to have this baby, but like there's so many other medical complications that people don't really take into account or listen to. And I think that there's a lot of stories that have come out and struggles that have come out from this overturning, and it would just benefit like everything that's like going on with that. And it should be a person's choice because it's their body. You know, the government doesn't have control over that.
All right. So who am I here today?
Ghost.
All right. So if you were to change or create a new law, then what would it be?
A law add would be gun violence, because I feel like weapons should be banned. It's just not a good environment, and there's just been too many death cases, and too many people have access to guns, and I feel like they shouldn't be here. It shouldn't like, I just feel like it's not good, and innocent people just die, and guns are not, it's just evil. Violence shouldn't be happening. It should be good and peaceful. But yeah, that's something that I would add. Ban guns.
All right. So who am I here today?
You're with Ulises.
All right. So if you were to create or change a law, what would it?
I would increase the speed limit, bro, so I could just speed around everywhere.
How so?
What do you mean?
Like why?
So I could speed.
Yeah. So like at least like how high? Like let's say the regular
100.
100?
Nah, plan.
So
80,
like
just 80. 80 everywhere.
All right. So who am I here today?
I'm Mixley.
All right. So if you were to change the law or create a new law, then what would it be?
It'd be like if you're like a zoophile, like trying to fuck an animal, you'd get like killed.
All right. So who am I here today?
Christian Hernandez.
All right. So if you were to choose or create a new law, then what would it be?
One law that I would choose or
basically change.
It would be just change the corrupted police.
And how so?
One way of being able to change that would be having more protests in downtowns, in downtown to have a bigger voice, and just to be heard of and not being ignored no more. And just yeah.
All right. So who am I here today?
You're here with Ismael Suarez.
All right. So if you were to change or create a new law, then what would it be?
It's for us students to have more freedom.
And how so?
Like to change like the days and like the time, the hourly we take for classes and stuff like that, to minimize them so that way we have more time to study, and that way we have a little bit more free time during our like homework assignments and stuff like that too. So that way it's fair enough for everybody else to get that same stress off their shoulders and stuff like that.
Yeah. So for a long period, what do you think the time would be like for free time and the class limit?
Free time for class limit, it would probably be like 3 o'clock, and then you can have the other 3 hours to yourself. That way you're not here as long as every day. So that way it's a lot more like you could be doing this time. Okay, I have this much time, and I can do this much time if I want to. You know?
Yeah.
So that's how I work mine. I usually do the homework too, but I only do it to like a certain amount of questions, and then I go do my free time, and then I'll come back to it. That's how I usually work my schedule. So.
All right. So who am I here today?
Matthew, Marcus, Nathan.
All right. So if you guys were to change or create a new law, then what would it be?
Make all guns allowed.
Why?
Just.
All right. What about you?
The death sentence.
Why?
Because some people just deserve the worst, you know?
Yeah. Alright, so what about you?
Probably the death sentence too.
Okay.
The death sentence. Pick a new one, bro.
Wait, how so?
Because like, if people deserve like, if they did like was really bad, they deserve to. Like pedophiles.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Alright, so who am I here with today?
My name is Daniel.
Alright, so if you were to change the law or create a new law, then what would it be?
I wouldn't do it directly, because I'm not a person like that. I'm a believer in peace. Only one way the law will fall to righteousness. It's with our Creator. And with Him, He will bring peace and knowledge who will worship Him. In Christ's name, our Shepherd and our Father.